Here is my SWOT and a few suggestions for Vizag tourism. First, the strengths. Vizag's coastline is famous for its beaches, several low hills, and as we go inland we have an interesting rural landscape from where the eastern Ghats begin to rise to around 1,000 meters. Infrastructure wise, we have adequate road, rail and air connectivity, though many Vizagites feel that our airport and air connectivity needs to improve. We have a reasonable electricity and water supply situation. Socially, the region has interesting customs and practices, helpful and friendly people, and an educated urban population. We have an extraordinarily rich heritage with plenty of temples, Buddhist monasteries, mosques, churches, ancient cemeteries, and a fascinating colonial history. Administratively, we have the advantage of a knowledgeable and efficient administration. Improved solid waste management has tidied up our city, good citizen administration interaction, a desire to change, and a competitive spirit. As a mature society, we must also confront our weaknesses and see them as challenges that we can overcome. Our tourism body does not have a clear single point public interface. There is a perception that the department's reporting structure is somewhat fuzzy. There is inadequate subject specialists. There are multiple agencies dabbling in tourism. The public find that there is a lack of transparency, and we have an over-ambitious project wish list fraught with dangers because of disappointments that we could face along the way. On the marketing front, we have no clear communication strategy, poor customer interface, weak internet backbone, no value proposition, no travel agent interface, and a lack of data and analysis in the public domain. On the amenities front, we have failed miserably. We have no toilets in tourist routes, an unclear understanding of what standard amenities mean. We build and forget without planning for maintenance. Our tourism routes and destinations are terribly messy. Socially, we are yet to grasp the concept of Atithi Devo Bhava. Unfortunately, the average Vizagite is not favorably oriented to tourism just as yet. We do not have big offerings like theme parks, water world or theatres for performing arts. We have not been able to make a firm event calendar, and even if we did, we have inadequate facilities for hosting large events. Finally, we are restricted by weather to a limited window of opportunity in the cooler months when the weather gods smile upon us. The opportunities. Let us look at the bright side. There is an increased domestic tourist traffic to Andhra Pradesh. It went up from 93 million to 128 million last year. There is a huge yuppie population, young urban professionals based in metros like Bengaluru, Hyderabad, Chennai and Kolkata who can easily travel to Vizag. Then there are the Bengali tourists who can easily be upgraded from middle and lower middle segment to middle and upper middle segments. We have a market ready in neighboring states. Not to forget the huge Telugu NRI community who come home to their roots every year. As we thrust ahead in the industrial sector, arrivals of business travelers are rising. When a company executive comes alone this year on work, he thinks he should be here next year with his friends or family on vacation. Finally, the threats. We must be cautious of the collateral damage to environment due to overzealous development of beaches and hills. We are woefully poor in managing environmental and heritage sensitive sites, for example Bora Caves, Chaparaya, Araku and Eramatti Dibalu. Other threats are improved offerings from neighboring states that could pull our traffic away. There is a loss of novelty factor and climate related natural disasters. Summing up, I feel that overall the positives outweigh the negatives. What we need to do is go forward, recognize the pitfalls and steer around them to a glorious future in tourism. That was my SWOT. Before each project, we'll have to ask ourselves, will it result in a substantial increase in tourist numbers or tourist quality? Will it increase per capita expenditure by the tourist? Is it economically viable? Will we get a return on investment in say 2 years or 5 years or 10 years? Is it environmentally sustainable? Will it be self-financing? Should not be a drain on public funds. Will the tourists go back with a good, seamless experience, airport to airport or station to station, or driving in to driving out? Will he have a good experience? While we wait for the big bang changes to take place, let's do the basics. Let's build on what we already have. Let's repair, let's upgrade, let's repackage existing facilities. Let's concentrate totally on the basics. Clean sites, clean toilets, resting areas, information desks, brochures. Right now, our information desk in the airport is defunct. We should get into training, training, training. Everybody needs to get a little upgrade. Guides, hotel front desks, cab drivers, you name it. And then the signage. We need to upgrade all our signage. We should value our customers. We should know our customers. We should woo existing customers to build loyalty. Get them to stay longer, spend a little more. Encourage them to sing our praise. Engage with them on news media. Speak their language. Serve their cuisine. Time to build a strong tourism team. We should structure tourism body for speed and nimbleness. We should define the process and encourage time-bound execution. We should empower and delegate, and we should recognize achievements. Thank you. Great things are going to come.